thankful to the organizers of the workshop in the sense that they came with an experience of disaster that happened in the Philippines, and we can equate it to the disaster that happened to Fiji. And these are documented. What we can do now is translate these into the Fijian context, what had happened. From there, we can have something in writing for the next one, and to follow things procedurally from the contextualization and point of things. We have the experience, we have those mechanisms in place. It is to getting them together. And once we have the similar one, we know what to do. We reacted positively, we reacted very well. In fact, CSOs and NGOs were really appreciative of the way government is doing things, the momentum that it does things, it did things, because of the fact that there was someone who knows procedures, who knows how to deal with the procedure during a disaster. He was leading the mission, and that's why we were really responsive to the needs of people. There are small things, teething problems, and this is one area where we can correct those teething problems come the next disaster.
I think the new thing that I learned from the workshop was about the assessment framework. It will be interesting to see how we can implement that particular framework into our organization or the networks we work with. And for FWRM, I think it will be interesting to implement it through a gender perspective and see what is the effectiveness of particular activities that we carry out in the communities or within our own networks. Basically, it was a great workshop. Interesting to hear about democratic accountability in Fiji and what is the process that some of us can take forward to address the issue of service delivery in Fiji.
I'm one of the participants, Administrator Rewa, representing the Ministry of Rural and Maritime Development and Disaster Management Office from the Office of the Commissioner Central. What I learned today, especially from the day one, the presentation and the overview of the state of democratic governance in Fiji, particularly to the delivery of public service that was presented by Mr. Ken Buchanan from the Citizen Constitutional Forum. For me, it's a highlight as far as governance and democratic is concerned. When I hear his presentation, then I realize how important the role that we play as a civil servant is contributing factor to democracy. And also make me realize in democracy, at the end of the day, I, as a government representative, are accountable to the citizens of Fiji. And this workshop is a 2 days workshop, but for me it should be 3 or 4 days, so that we can have some more exercise. And then the tool, which is highlighting the democratic accountability in service delivery, this document is practical to the Honorable Linge. It's a very practical guide, and we should take it into consideration that this tool can be used in Fiji as per recommended by IDEA. Yeah. So I also take this time to thank Mr. Henry Iwaratsa, the Senior Program Officer Asia and the Pacific, and also the team from Philippines, taking their time and come to Fiji, especially for such time as this, to make sure and ensure, not only for me as a government officer, as a citizen, to be a mouthpiece in democracy. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I think the workshop is very relevant for us, particularly for my organization. We do capacity building for service provider, not only Fiji but in the region. And it's always good to have some tool like this where you can assess the effectiveness of the service that needs to be delivered at local level to the people. So although it has some challenges within the tool itself, I think that was acknowledged by the participant. But the onus is with us to amend the tools and contextualize it to our context. But I think overall it was very effective. We have a lot of discussion input from other stakeholders, and I thank CCF and I thank IDA2 for organizing this event. I think it's quite useful, will be effective for us.
Bulavinaka, my name is Justin Marabu from Pacific Center for Peace Building. I'm fortunate to be part of this workshop, and for me the biggest learning from here is actually getting this tool and implementing it on the ground. I hope CCF will take the lead in this. Some of the challenges that I see is getting all the stakeholders together, especially the government and other relevant stakeholders. When you look at taking them into account or accountability in this democratic space. I just hope that all the NGOs can work together in looking at service delivery and also the accountability in the years to come, and also to be citizen-led. I think the main thing there is that people are involved in the process.
I'm Ines from Urban. Just want to thank CCF for the opportunity, inviting us to be part of the today workshop. And I feel it's relevant to Urban cause, since we are dealing with extractives and mine pertaining to bauxite mining in Suva. And things that I've learned today, yesterday and today, there are things that we have done in the last 5 years that are part of this tool, but we could not name it. This tool has made it like a package. There are things that are in the tool too that we haven't done. So in terms of mapping our way from what we have done so far to go into try and make mining more extractive as an awareness to all of the provinces in Fiji, this tool is really useful for us. So thank you again, CCF, for that opportunity. I think that's all I can say.
Exercise very useful because we have a lot of discussions on doing assessments, but we are never given very specific tools to do so. And this workshop or this consultation has provided us with that. Something that we can apply and use for future assessments of and it's introduced us to this very important issue of accountability as part of the democratic processes. But what I would emphasize is that we go by the word accountability. Accountability needs to be a practice, needs to be practiced and not used for other reasons.
I'm John from Dialogue Fiji. I've attended the 2-day workshop with the IDEA and CCF, and it's been very enlightening and informative. It's one of the biggest thing I've learned today is being the claim holders and the duty bearers, the difference between these two. I've always tell myself, with great power comes great responsibility. I guess it's from a movie, but from this workshop I've learned that great power comes great influence. You don't have the responsibility, you don't take it upon you. there are people who are already mandated to be responsible over things that we make them give account of. I hope that does make sense. There's a lot of making sense going on over here, but we're not volume.
Okay, hi, my name is Ramon Fernan, and I'm from the Philippines. And I'm glad to be here in Suva, Fiji, to participate in this workshop on democratic accountability organized by International IDEA and CCF. And it was really, although I came here to share our experience in the Philippines, I also learned a lot from the participants, the local people, Fijians, on how they want their democracy, what they think their democracy is, and how they want it to work to improve it, and also to be able to use the tool to have an accountability assessment here in Fiji. And I hope what I've shared they can use to do that work, and that it's a useful tool for them.
Hi, my name is Naila Prieto. I'm a program officer at the International IDEA Asia Pacific office based out of Canberra, Australia. I'm here in Suva, Fiji to facilitate a workshop that we work together with the CCF, Citizens Constitutional Forum. It was about democratic accountability in service delivery assessment framework that International IDEA has developed. And we were lucky enough to have a mix of government and civil society representation in the workshop. And it seems that everybody is quite pleased with how the tool will be able to utilize in assessing service delivery in Fiji. And we're hoping, International IDEA, we're hoping that we were able to provide enough information and guidance to the institutions on how to assess democratic accountability in service delivery. And we're hoping in the near future that CCF, together with its partners in civil society sector and also in the government sector, of course, that they work together, make use of the framework to assess a particular service that is close to their hearts. So International IDEA is more than happy to lend its support, its advice when the time arises, and we'll be happy to come visit you again in Fiji and conduct a series of workshops and probably monitor where the assessment will be, and probably in the near future also share the experience of Fiji when it comes to assessing democratic accountability. Thank you.